And we're back with another episode of Put Me in the Game, Coach, with your host, who do the most, Coach Bree. And I have another special guest,
Darius Lewis.
And we're going to talk about March 29th, the boxing match. So let's talk about, are you ready to fight March 29th?
Of course.
So
more than ready.
You know who you're fighting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so, yes, ma'am.
Well, just a light thing.
Okay, so what's your weight class?
175, light heavyweight.
Where you from?
Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
What school you went to?
Went to Scotlandville.
So we talking, he was like, I graduated from Scotlandville. I'm like, what? So it's this small world. So before we even talk about the boxing, let's talk about your basketball career at Scotlandville.
Well, grew up playing ball at the age of 4, on and off through high school. But at the same time, when I found boxing, it was a passion of mine. Mm-hmm. I never wanted to give it up.
So you was boxing in high school?
Yeah.
So where were you training?
So I started off with martial arts first, and I came up from there. So I did Taekwondo for 6 years. Then I did kickboxing for 2. Then I did jiu-jitsu for 1. Now I just box. Yeah. So it's an all-around thing for me. But I was doing this on off season.
Okay.
Basketball, football, and baseball.
Okay, so you played all them sports. So out of all of them, boxing just, cause you pretty tall, like.
Basketball was my passion, but there's one thing with having team sports. You have off game, you can feed off somebody else. But this sport is like, it's going to drive you to the next level. It's going to pull what you need out of yourself. Something that you can have in life. Because everybody has a good day, a bad day. We all fight for something. So at the end of the day, you're going to fight. You're going to sink or swim, or you're going to put up or shut up. So
I like that.
This brings the best out of you no matter what, because everybody fights for something, no matter big or small, this state, that state, poverty, so on and so forth.
So when you put your first pair of gloves on, would you consider like knee high or?
Preteen.
Preteen, so about
13. Yeah.
12, 13. Okay. Did you ever consider quitting boxing?
We all consider something.
What fight made you feel like that?
Well, actually, it was when I was doing Taekwondo. I was just getting to the point where I started sparring, got my green belt, and I was like, well, I don't know if I really want to keep doing this because it's hit or miss, and I'm not really getting everything I want out of it just yet. I told my parents, and they said both was like, well, it's your choice. You decided to do it, so if you want to quit, it's on you. I went to bed that night. I was like, they don't give a care, But I know what they did, reverse psychology on me. So
right.
I woke up that morning. I told them both I was gonna stick with it, and I got my 2nd degree black belt. So
was it expensive? Like
starting off, yeah.
How was the training? How was that is that training harder than boxing?
As long as hard as you make it, put it that way.
Okay.
If you dedicate yourself to it, your time to it, you'll find any way and every way to get it done. So
what's one drill that like you absolutely hate but like it's necessary?
Because everybody would say running.
Running. I hate to run too.
You gotta do it,
So how many miles you run? Like
3 to 5.
3 to 5 miles.
But you gotta get down under 21 minutes.
21. So do you hit it every time?
Not every time, because you got your good days and bad days. The days you feel like you do it, easy peasy. But your bad days, you gotta muster it up. You gotta find a way to push yourself through it.
So how do you find yourself pushing through, like mentally? How do you? Is it something in your head you tell yourself how you push through it?
Mentally?
Mentally.
You see yourself in that fight, and when the fight gets tough, or you make it hard for yourself, so you got to find a way out of it. So if you mentally prepared for it, physically prepared for it, you don't want to quit. If one or the other's off, then you're sinking. So I find myself running towards that end goal, and you try to surpass that end goal too.
What's your diet? Like, do you eat healthy all the time, or is it just when you're about to fight?
90% of the time. I'm actually a personal trainer too, so.
Oh, okay.
I'm eating healthy 24/7.
So what's your regular day diet or like food you'll eat?
At least to get a gallon of water a day.
Oh my God.
You try the best. If you can't get a gallon, try to get 36 bottles.
I hate water.
It's your best friend. Your body's fully
right.
water. So chicken, fish, or you can do steak every now and then, but you gotta be lean. I would say a carb and a healthy vegetable.
So You don't eat like pork or anything like that.
Every once in a while. Every once in a while I eat pork. Yeah.
Okay. So, have you ever been knocked out before?
Never.
Never been knocked out.
I've been knocked down, never been knocked out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have you ever knocked somebody out before?
Yes. A couple times. Yes.
How that felt?
It's a rewarding feeling, but at the same time, it's not about knocking somebody out. It's how you break the body down. You see the mind, the body fall at the same time. You know, you broke it down to a point like a surgeon. So you surgical, if you go into the body, it sends a signal to the head. If you hit headshots all the time, it sends a signal to the body. So you got to be on the same page, head, body, head.
Let's take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with Put Me in the Game, Coach.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite host of I Got Drank TV. And today I am bringing to you Domaine France's ABK6 Cognac, the epitome of French elegance and craftsmanship. Indulge in the exquisite flavors of VS, VSOP, and XO expressions and elevate your taste buds today.
Comfort Event Hall, 7715 Tom Drive. Come out to Baton Rouge's premier event hall. Weddings, baby showers, birthdays, repasses, and a variety of other gatherings. You can reach us on our website at comforteventhall.com. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Comfort Event Hall. Comfort Event Hall, where memories last forever.
And we back. So, have you ever fought somebody that you underestimated?
Nah.
No?
I always try to prepare myself for any situation because if you underestimate your opponent, you underestimate yourself too because you're giving yourself a short end of the stick, what you're fully capable of doing.
So, like, on the internet, you know, like, the internet could be so brutal. Have you ever saw, like, negative comments about, like, you fighting or anything like that?
I mean, it come and go, but you take it with a grain of salt.
So it don't bother you
can't
at
let
all?
that bother you.
So what's the
everybody got their own opinion, right? So you gotta believe it.
So what's the craziest thing that ever happened to you in the ring?
Craziest thing? My first amateur fight, I got knocked down twice. So that was the craziest thing. First time experiencing it too. So I got back up both times. But at the same time, it let me know that I really want to do this. Because you can get knocked down and not want to do it ever again.
Right. So like, what was you thinking, like, in your head, like what? When
you get hit, you see those three people, the dizziness, the fuzzy feeling. Oh, it's true. It's a real thing. So
if you wasn't a boxer, what would you see yourself? Well, you said you was a trainer, so you'll probably be training.
Well, wasn't a boxer. Possibly in the medical field somewhere.
Medical field?
I got a biology degree, so.
Oh, wow. Okay, so where you went to school?
Southern University.
Okay, Southern alumni. All right. You did anything at Southern? Like you did any sport? You just went to school?
School. I just boxed on the side.
So what you want to leave your legacy like in boxing? Is it a legacy? Like what's something you want people to remember you by? You box.
Inspiring the youth, inspiring others to be better than myself. But at the same time, believing in yourself to go as far as you can. Because when you get 60, 70, 80 years old, you don't want to look back and say, well, I wish I could have did this, wish I would have did that. And then seeing other fighters or whatever sport it may be, you don't want to be like, well, I think I could have did this. I used to do this. But you want to look at your stuff, your accolades, your trophies, your own videos, and be proud of yourself. So if somebody else is asking you how to get into it, you can show them the roadmap to it, or at least a platform.
You have kids?
No kids.
So if you plan on having kids?
Yeah, in the future, yeah.
So would you want your kids to fight, box, martial arts, or anything like that?
Put it this way, I would love them to learn it, but at the same time, don't want to force it on them, because this sport is not for the faint of heart, not for the weak. It can be very brutal, but you got to be mentally and physically prepared for it. Like I said, it'll beat you down to the point where you don't know if you might want to come train tomorrow, or at the same time, you have a bad day in sparring or a bad day of training, and you're just like, well, do I still got it? Yeah, so I wouldn't say I want to force either a daughter or son to do it, but at the same time, I would definitely teach them. Because there's one skill set you can never lose in life. Always good to know how to defend yourself.
Okay, so if you had to change anything with boxing, what would it be? Like anything?
Honestly, nothing.
Like no rule, Nothing like you wouldn't want to change nothing at all.
Not for myself, but I mean, of course.
Like what would other people want to change about boxing?
Boxing got its own politics, so I mean, it's slippery slope. You got to watch who you know, who you think you know. It's a dirty game. So I would say that aspect, but I mean, that's comes with everything.
So how do y'all get paid, like, with boxing? Like,
ticket sales. At the same time, when you contract, you got a certain stipulation y'all agree to.
Okay, so like the trainer get paid.
Yeah, the trainer gets paid. The cut man get paid if you got a cut man at the same time.
What's a cut man?
If you get cuts in the fight, he patch you up pretty much.
Okay.
Definitely you don't want.
Oh,
any of those,
I feel slow.
So, yeah. No, you good. No, it's fine. You definitely don't want any of those because it determine or dictate the pace of the fight.
Okay.
So you get cut over your eye or your cheek, stuff like that. The referee might see it, or you got a big gash in the middle of your forehead. It might stop your chance from going for the later rounds.
Okay. So like, do boxing pay well?
Well, of course, yeah. But at the same time, it doesn't start off that way. You really got to learn.
Build yourself.
Build yourself, but at the same, you got to really know that you want this to do it. Because if you're doing something free, you got a passion for it, then eventually it's gonna come. Without even trying to find your way to get it, it'll come on its own. But if you only doing it for the money, or just say you box, just to post something on Instagram, stuff like that, what you doing it for, you know?
Right.
Because when it's time to compete, somebody else gonna really show you that it's not something you play with.
So how many fights, like you fought, like?
This will be my sixth pro fight.
6 pro fight. Okay, so how it felt to be a professional? Like, how does it feel to be a professional boxer?
I mean, it feels good. Like I said, everything has its pros and its cons. I would say getting to share your craft with the world or those that look up to you is beneficial. But at the same time, being a pro at anything is what you look at it as yourself. Because you gotta own that craft. You gotta know that you are good at it. You gotta dictate your time to it. You gotta study it. It builds your character. Your craft also blends it with what you do in life. If you're just saying you're professional at this, professional at that, but are you really?
Right.
You know, so.
Yeah.
And somebody else can tell you for a fact, if you can do it and then teach it, you're definitely professional.
So would you ever consider yourself to be like a trainer in boxing?
Yeah, I also coach boxing as well. Yeah.
Oh,
so
wow.
on the side, yeah.
Okay, so what are you trained? Boxing?
Boxing, kickboxing, and also do personal training too.
Personal training. So let them know where they can reach you for your personal training.
I'm at Core UFC on Sherwood. So it's in the shopping center where what's that? The game place used to be.
Right.
Yeah, the grind over there.
Okay, so y'all hit my man up, man. He real humble. I love his spirit. Let's talk about March 29th though. I need you to
What you need to know?
let the people know. Promo it so we can, so you know people
March
can show
29th,
up.
March 29th, Civic Center in Plaquemine. Be there or be square. Come, don't be late. Please show up on time. Get your seats. If you got ringside seats, there will be plenty, but at the same time, it's first come, first serve. We got my boy Caleb on the card as well. 9 times out of 10, when me and him on the fight on the same card, it's gonna be a good show. Thank y'all.
Y'all heard the man. And just like that, shout out to ThaAntidote. We out.